Alright, let's move into Microsoft Word because this is where most professionals spend a huge part of their day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to write a complete professional document using AI that is already built into Microsoft Word. No external tools, no copying prompts from GPT. Everything happens inside the Word itself. So I'm going to open a blank Word document. And this is how it looks like. Now imagine a very realistic scenario. Your manager asks you to prepare a project proposal or a formal business report, and you're just staring at a blank screen, not knowing how and where to start. This is exactly where Words AI becomes useful. At the top on the right corner, you'll see Microsoft Copilot button. I'm going to click on it and you'll see an interface like this. I type something like this. I need a professional project proposal for implementing an AI-based customer support system for a small business. Include an introduction, objective, scope, timeline, and conclusion. Keep the tone formal and business-friendly. Now, I press Enter. The Copilot will start generating the content. You will see that Word immediately creates a structured document and not just random text. So let's make it a little larger. So it says Project Proposal, Implementation of an AI-based customer support system. It starts with a great introduction, followed by a great objective. We have some structured bullet points. Then we have the scope, we have the timeline, and it is implemented in a very clean table, followed by a conclusion at the end. Now, we can simply copy the response and paste that in our Word. So it looks something very clean and ready to be sent to your client. So you see how the Word immediately creates a structured document and not just random text. It gives me proper headings, logical flow, and professional language. Exactly what you had expect in a real workplace document. This is important to understand. Words AI doesn't just write content. It follows document structure, which saves a massive amount of time. Now let's say this looks good, but maybe it's too long or too formal. I can click on any paragraph, rewrite with AI, and ask Word to make it shorter or more concise. I don't have to rewrite the whole thing myself. So I'll ask it to make the introduction more concise. I am going to copy the intro. Click on this button that is called Draft with Copilot. You can check this icon, and if it's not present, you can simply press Alt plus I key. So when you press this, it asks you to auto-rewrite, update, structure, make it shorter, make it formal, or writing a suggestion. So I'm going to click on Make this shorter. So it says Drafting Rewrites and Working on it. Now it has suggested a paragraph that is much shorter and much more concise than my previous paragraph. So I can simply click this blue button called Replace, and this will replace my already existing content with a new one. How my introduction is now concise. And instantly Word just adjusts the content while keeping the professional tone intact. Another very practical use case is the role-based writing. Let's say I want this proposal to sound like it's written by a project manager or a technical consultant. I can simply ask Words AI, the Copilot, to adjust the tone accordingly. Again, no copy pasting, everything stays inside the document. And now I want to show you how this can happen. You can simply select all your document, press Alt-I, and the Copilot feature has been enabled. So here I can write rewrite the document as written by a professional technical manager. And now the tone of all the document will be changed to somebody who has written it very technically. So our AI has just updated our content, and now the tone is much more professional, just like a technical project manager has written that. And now I want to show you something people often miss. If I scroll through this document, I can also ask Words AI to add missing sections. For example, I'll ask it to add a risk assessment section. For that, I'm going to copy the whole document. Again, press Alt-I, and now I'll ask it to add a risk assessment section. And when I hit the generate button, it has started working on it. So you see how the content is getting updated. So it says, implementing an AI-based customer support system presents several potential risks that must be addressed to ensure project success. It gives us data privacy and security, system reliability, integration challenges, change management, and much more. So it has added the section below the scope and above the timeline. So this is how AI in Word works. Within seconds, Word adds a new section with relevant content that fits naturally into the document. This is extremely powerful in real jobs, especially when you're working under the deadlines. But here's a very important point, and this is something I want you to always remember. AI in Word is not just a replacement for your thinking. It's a drafting assistant. You should always review facts, numbers, and company-specific details. Think of Words AI as a very fast junior assistant that prepares a first draft for you. In the previous video, we used AI in Microsoft Word to create a professional document from scratch. Now in this video, I want to show you something more advanced. That is, how to use Words AI when the document already exists. Because in real jobs, most of the time you're not writing from zero. You're editing, refining, or expanding content that's already there. So I'm opening the proposal document we created earlier. Let's say this document is technically correct, but it feels a bit long, slightly repetitive, and not very clear for decision makers. This is where Words AI becomes extremely powerful. Now what I'm going to do is, I'll select a paragraph and click on Rewrite with AI. For that, I'm going to choose the conclusion paragraph, click this icon, and now I'm going to click on Rewrite with AI. So it says drafting rewrites, working on it, and then a final result will be right here. So instead of just saying rewrite this, you can give even a better prompt. For that, you can say rewrite this paragraph to be clearer for a non-technical audience while keeping the tone very professional, like we did in our previous video. And now you will notice what happens. So Word doesn't just shorten the text. It simplifies the language. It will remove the jargon and keeps the meaning very intact. This is something many people don't realize. Words AI understands audience context and not just grammar. So let's wait for this to complete. Let's click on the Replace button, and now our text is improved. And now we can go one step deeper. Imagine you're working on a long report or a research-style document, and you need to expand one section without breaking the flow. I'll scroll to the Scope section, which is right here. I'll ask Words AI to expand this section by adding implementation steps and measurable outcomes. Let's click on Enter and see what it generates. So you see, within seconds, Words AI contains that matches the existing tone, fits the document structure, feels like it belongs there. So this is extremely useful for research papers, policy documents, strategy reports, and long proposals. Now let's talk about research and summaries, because this is where people usually copy content from external tools. But you don't need to now. Let's say this document is too long to review before a meeting. What I'll do is I'll ask Words AI to summarize it. I'll copy the entire document, then press Alt-I key, and here I'm going to type, summarize this document into key points for executives. Word instantly gives me a clean summary that highlights the purpose, key objectives, expected outcomes, and much more. So our summary is right here. Let's click on this blue button to keep it. So you see how our conclusion has now updated and it has a summary for all the points. If you read the conclusion, it says, adopting an AI-driven customer support platform with streamlined service delivery, improved efficiency, and drive growth for small businesses in the digital market. This is a huge time saver in real workplaces. Another feature that is very powerful but is often ignored is the tone control access throughout the documents. What I'm going to do is I'll select multiple paragraphs and ask Words AI to make the section more persuasive and more confident. For that, let's click on this conclusion paragraph for now. Choose this icon, and here we are going to type, make this section more confident. And if you press enter, it will start generating it. So instead of rewriting line by line, Word applies the changes consistently across the selection. This is something that manual editing would take a very long time to do. Now, let me share an important professional tip. AI in Word is excellent at structure, clarity, flow. But it should never be trusted blindly for facts, numbers, and company-specific policies. Always review the content before the final submission. And think of Words AI as a senior editor, not the author. So, before we wrap up, here's the key takeaway from this video. You should definitely use AI in Word in 3 main stages. First is to generate the draft. Secondly, refine and rewrite for clarity and tone. Thirdly, expand or summarize based on your audience. What your audience requires, what are their needs, and what they expect from you. If you follow this workflow, you'll produce better documents in less than half of the time. In the next section, we'll move into AI in Outlook, where you'll see how similar AI concepts are applied to professional email communication and in office environments. How you can share professional emails across your workspaces. So see you there.